What's up, guys? It's Rough Diesel. I see that you guys got this new crazy trend going on in Korea, and I wanted to join in. So let's hop right into it and get these questions going. Number one, what is the best training split? Now, I don't believe there is a best training split. It all depends on what you like and what works for your body. But I'm going to tell you guys my favorite training split right now is 2 days on, 1 day off, and upper lower split. I'll do back, chest, and shoulders on the first day, legs and arms on the next day, and then rest. That's been my favorite for the past couple weeks. Give it a shot. You might like it too. Question number two, how long do you work out normally? Normally, my workouts last around an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the muscle groups I'm training for the day. Anything longer than that is probably too long in the gym, to be honest. How many sets do I do in a training day? Normally, I do around 5 or so exercises, and for each exercise, I do about 2 sets. So around 10 sets total per day is normally what I do. Best reps to grow muscle. Now, you can grow muscles. Oh, one more time. Now, you can grow muscles in a very now you can grow muscle in a very wide range of reps. Fuck it, one more time. Now you can grow muscle in a very wide range of reps, but my personal opinion, anywhere from like 6 to at the very top 12 is where you want to be at. Anything higher than that, then a lot of times people don't get close enough to failure. If you're not training close enough to failure, then that's what's preventing you from growing muscle. And usually when people go too high in reps, they stop because it burns and it hurts too much, not because they can't push any further. Question number 5, training alone versus training with a partner. Now, this is a whatever you prefer type of thing, but I will say that training with a partner can be very beneficial. Even if I'm not training with a partner, I still would like to have someone that I trust, like at the gym with me, that maybe help me get a few reps or even just push me a bit further on a really hard set. You'll find that if you have a training partner, you can typically get 1 or 2 more reps just because you feel safer with that person there, or they're pushing you and you don't want to look weak in front of them. Question number 6, best protein. Uh, Normally, what I do is chicken and beef during prep. But in the off season, I do like to mix it up a bit so that I don't get too used to certain foods. I've seen certain people do the same foods for a very long period of time and it messes with their stomach. So you'll find me doing venison, bison, salmon, tuna, all types of sushi and fish, even Korean barbecue on certain occasions. And all those things are very healthy, very clean things to have to continue to gain muscle. Number 7, the best carbs. Typically, my go-to carb source is jasmine rice. It's very easy to digest. It's a little bit more dense than a lot of potatoes, a little less fiber, so you can get a little bit more of it in. If I'm not doing jasmine rice, a lot of times I'm doing cream of rice or baby rice as well, especially before I'm training because it's one of the easiest things to eat. You mix that cream of rice with some protein, you stir it in a bowl, and that's perfect. So those are some of my favorites. Now, question number 8, how many meals am I eating a day? I'm currently eating about 6 meals a day, doing 3 meals before training and 3 meals after training. For me, that feels great. But I've done anything from just 2 meals before training, anywhere to like, 4 meals before training. Whatever was going on in my life and with my work schedule is kind of what I do. Question number 9, top 3 supplements. Now the first one's going to be Rise Protein. Honestly, with protein sources, I like to do Away isolate. And the thing is, it's usually cheaper than actual meat. So it's a good option. It's a healthy option. And it's great for muscle building. The next thing on my supplement list is creatine. There's a lot of research behind creatine, and it'll always help you get at least that one extra rep and to push a little bit harder in the gym. And the last thing I would say is probably a good multivitamin. A lot of times as bodybuilders, we're eating the same foods nonstop, constantly, and having a good multivitamin will help us kind of like bridge those gaps in our nutrition. Number 10, hobbies. I have a lot of hobbies. I'm a man of many tastes. So I would say definitely watching anime. I know everyone knows I like to do that. Photography and a lot of different types of art. You know, growing up I did drawing, I painted, done it all. And probably the last one may be either hiking or possibly just sightseeing and traveling. You know, I've traveled more than most in the world, and I love going into a new place and experiencing something new culture wise. My best advice to beginners is one, to learn as much as possible. Number two, focus on small goals, not the big goals. So don't focus on, oh, I want to be a pro or Mr. Olympia. Focus on, am I getting in all my meals every day? Am I progressing in the gym? Am I getting enough sleep? Things like that. Those two things in particular, I would say, are some of the most important parts of becoming successful in anything in life. Um, all right. Advice to bodybuilders who want to become a pro. I would say think of bodybuilding as a job. You know, a lot of times I find people don't put enough thought into getting to their goal. They're working very hard, you know, and that's great. You need to work hard to get to your goals, but sometimes you need to really sit down, take a step back, and think critically about what things I need to do to improve. Do I need to improve my back? And if I need to improve my back, how do I do so? Because just doing more sets may not be the answer. Think about your exercises. Thinking about how you're splitting up your rest days. What are you eating on those days? Different things like that can play a huge part. So my biggest advice to people who are already starting, they're already doing pretty good, but they want to get to the next level, is to really sit down and start to think about what you're doing a little bit more. Life after retirement. Oh man, life after retirement. I have no idea. Parts of me want to do something completely different in a completely different career field, and parts of me want to stay in bodybuilding to help raise the next generation. And most likely, I'll probably do a bit of both. I'll definitely love helping. I would love to one day be like the athlete rep and help new pros like navigate the bodybuilding scene. I think that's a huge thing we need to kind of work on in the sport. And possibly just doing something more artsy. Maybe dive deeper into photography. Maybe dive deeper into whatever it is in life I want to do after this. So that is the plan. That's it, I think.